Hello everyone, welcome to Chess4Unity's third Saturday event. Sorry guys. My name is Vincent Tsay and I will be commentating on my own games and as well as some other games throughout this entire event. And this event is organized by Chess4Unity. So if you want more events like this, be sure to visit chess4unity.com. So the tournament's going to get started in around 50 seconds. So, it's interesting. Let's see how this plays out. So, I am the top seed in this tournament by like 200 points, so I'm hopefully gonna win this tournament. That's my goal anyway. So, the time control of this tournament is 15 minutes with a 2-second increment, so people do have enough time to think. So, 20 seconds. Good luck to everyone participating in this tournament, and may the best win. Okay. Starting in like a few seconds. Okay, so I think my first game is starting. And I am going to be white against Bunny 2009. So I will start out with d4. Standard move, taking control over the center. And I will play the London system because it's just a really good opening in shorter time controls, especially. I strongly recommend this. If you're playing Blitz, if you're playing 10-minute games, or you're playing just shorter time control games, then I strongly recommend the London system because it pretty much doesn't put much emphasis on the opening itself. It puts more emphasis on middle games in general. So, strongly recommend it. Okay, so this guy goes for bishop f5, which immediately in this position, I don't think it's very common, but yeah, let's see. Knight f3, just developing my knight. Let's see how he goes. Okay, so he plays bishop e7. I'm gonna play let's play h3, just so this bishop on f4 can always retreat to h2, and he wouldn't be able to play knight h5. He still can, but that would just be bad because I can just move it back to h2. More likely he'll castle in this position, and then I can decide whether I want to play bishop d3 or bishop e2. Yeah, I'm not going to trade pieces, and I will play bishop e2. I just want to castle myself as well. Just skip to the middle game and hopefully try to win there. Again, keep in mind here, I always have the option of going knight h4, attacking his bishop on f5. So, an option for him, he could play c5 if he wants, attacking the center, or he can play h6, just preventing knight h4. So that's why I probably should have played knight h4 move earlier, but okay. Okay, he plays c5, which makes perfect sense. Let's see, what should I do? Should I castle? Should I go c3? Okay, so I am slightly behind in development, which is sort of annoying, but luckily my position is solid enough so that I don't have to worry about that. Okay, goes knight c6. I want to go knight h4 right now, just to take his bishop. Yeah, I don't know here. I could also castle, consider knight e5 as well. There are a couple of options for me. Yeah, I think knight h4 should be fine. The only thing I'm concerned about is if he plays bishop e4, knight takes e4, and d takes e4. Then my knight is in a little bit of a tricky situation over there. Yeah, let's just castle. So I kind of want to keep my options open with knight e5 as well. Okay, he plays rook c8. Now I can play knight e4 again. Knight h4 is probably what I will do. See how he responds. More likely he plays bishop g6. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. But if he doesn't, that's fine as well. I'll just react to what he does. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, bishop g6. And here knight takes g6. Just gonna eat this before it's too late. h6 g6. And now what should I do? Let's go for bishop d3. So the opening kind of ends here. You can argue it ends earlier, but I would say I got a pretty good position in general out of the opening. I have the bishop pair. I have different ideas here. One could be d takes c5 followed by e4 at some point. But again, the key thing is that I have a lot of flexibility in my options. And black, I'm not exactly sure what he's going to do. His position is by no means bad. It's probably around equal in general. But no, I find it easier just to play for white in this position. Okay, queen d7, not exactly sure what his idea is with this move. Not a huge fan of this move at all, but I would prefer probably queen b6. It's probably better for him instead. Yeah, so again, the position requires no rush on my behalf, so I'm just going to play a little bit slower. Bring all my troops to action and see what's going on from there. Yeah, c4, I was looking at that. I'm not exactly sure about this move. Usually this idea is not very great in these types of positions. But again, you have to respect. He's going to play b5. And now, if I can get in e4 successfully, that'd be pretty great. Main drawback of this b5 idea is usually I can go for e4. But here I'm actually not sure about the strength of e4 in general. If I play a3, he's more likely going to play a5. Yeah, okay, so it's a little bit tricky. But e4, d takes e4, knight takes e4. I think he will play knight d5 in that position. Oh, okay, don't move. Okay. Then I have the option of bishop g5. Bishop takes g5, knight takes g5. Looks like a decent option. You can always have this b4 option. Yeah. In a slight dilemma in this position. Could also consider b4, but I'm afraid that might seriously weaken my position in the long run. If e4 takes, knight d5, bishop d2, b4. Yeah, I'm sure I can just take on c4. But even if I can't, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a decent option for me. Yeah, tough situation. Important one as well. Yeah, let's go e4. It's a pretty principled move, but I think it's also pretty good as well. So hopefully this dilemma doesn't backfire on me. That'd be pretty upsetting. If he goes b4, then I think e5 could be pretty strong. He has to go knight e8. And then I can do something like queen g4 or something like that. h4, h5 maybe. Yeah, I shouldn't be too worried about that situation. Okay, so let's take a look at some other games, see if it's possible. Okay. So the second board is Generous Sidewalk versus SYDK, and this is what's going on here. So Generous Sidewalk is a higher seed. He's black, and it looks like black has pretty passive position, but I would say it's still really complicated. The engine bar gives white a huge advantage, but yeah, I'm not sure. I would have the same confidence. He is up a pawn, I think. Yeah, so that's probably why. Something like f3 or f4 is good. Okay, he played f3. Anyways, I have to get back to my own game. My opponent plays a5, which I don't like. I feel like that is way too slow. But, okay. He gives me the perfect opportunity to play e5. And, yeah, can't complain at all. This move e5 is actually very beneficial to my position. He definitely should have took on e4 followed by knight d5. I would play bishop d2 I was planning on doing, but position would still be complicated with both sides having chances in that position. But here, I think white is already on the on the driver's seat. Yeah, that's how they say it. Okay, knight h7, a little odd, but probably not that bad. Yeah, I feel like his idea is to play bishop g5. Yeah, so let's go queen e3. Should prevent his idea. And, maybe I can try something like h4 at some point. Knight on h7 is not that pretty at all. So, but he plays b4, which is not a surprise. Okay, I can't play g3. Oops. Almost did that. Okay, I'll play knight f3. Probably should have played knight f3 earlier, actually. Queen e3 was a little bit wasted move. Okay, so here I have a couple of ideas. I can play h4, h5. I can play, yeah. I think h4 at some point I should definitely play, but I don't have to rush. Okay. I think he definitely should play rook b8 here. Yeah, rook b8 makes the most sense, in my opinion. Wanting to take on b3 and maybe invade with rook b2, and that's exactly what he does. So, pretty good decision by my opponent. Definitely not the end of the world for me. But it is a little bit annoying. Now I'm trying to evaluate how bad takes and rook b2 would be. Doesn't look favorable, let me tell you that. Hmm. This situation is actually way more annoying than I thought it would be. Yeah, let's go rook b1. Yeah, it's probably a bad decision though. He has b3 takes, and a4, h4, a3, b takes a3, bishop takes a3. Again, this is just a hypothetical scenario. Or maybe I can go knight g5. Surprisingly, this knight is actually very, very key to my opponent's defenses in this position. It really is. Yeah, okay. Damn. Yeah, I have to start rolling on the king side before I get rolled on the queen side. So yeah, okay. So let's go back to generous sidewalk, and this is probably the last time I'm going back because I only have 5 minutes left. So okay, so again, black it's pretty complicated. White is obviously a little bit, has an advantage because of his extra pawn, but again, it's extremely tough, these positions, let me tell you, to play. Okay, let's go back. Queen a7, not sure why, but I have to assume that there is a reason. Okay, let me play h4. Yeah, I don't see his reason, so... Oh, he wants to play a4, right? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, should have seen that coming. Yeah, a4 is actually really annoying. Shoot. Yeah, h4 is probably the best move anyways, because right now I'm looking and I don't see a way I can even prevent him from playing a4. So, should have seen that coming though. If he plays h4, a4, let's say I play knight g5, he goes b3, a takes b3, a takes b3, rook a1, which is an interesting move. Oh, what? Wait, what? Yeah, that does... Okay, I think I need some glasses here. Yeah, that's a pretty... I don't want to say a bad move, but it's a pretty bad move. Yeah, so he plays f5, which allows me to en passant, and now, I have a million choices, probably taking on b8 is the best, so... Bye-bye, rook. Yeah. Again, I have to still not get too excited. Getting too excited might come back and hurt me, so knight g5 looks like a decent move. Yeah, I'm threatening knight 6 h7 and h5, which is a pretty big threat. If knight takes g5, h6, g5, and he can't defend the e6 pawn. And, yep, no checkmate yet for him, so seems like a pretty good decision for me. Okay, so that was a pretty big mistake by my opponent, so I got away with that one, but, you know, it happens sometimes. Okay, knight f8, not entirely unexpected. Yeah, now what? There. Okay, I think rook e1 should be a good move. At least it can't be a bad move. The thing with chess is that sometimes when okay, I got it. No more life lessons. Let's quickly play a move and we'll talk then. I don't want to lose on time here because that would be just heartbreaking. Oops, okay. Sometimes when your opponent blunders, it's like you kind of get too excited. So I gotta try to avoid doing that. Okay, so my idea here is maybe queen h3, putting more pressure on e6 pawn. Okay, so he plays queen d6. Not exactly sure why again, but he wants to defend the e6 pawn, obviously, but yeah, that shouldn't really bother me at all. Let's go rook e2. I want to double up on the e-file. So the good news for me is that his position isn't exactly active at all. So I have time to double up my pieces, triple, actually. Yeah, let's go rook e1. Yeah. Okay, so his e6 pawn is extremely weak. Now I have, okay, he plays queen a6, not exactly sure why. Okay, I gotta play fast. Okay, so he does have a pretty solid defense right now. Let's say I'll play bishop a4. That's actually probably a good move, especially psychologically, because I kind of limit the amount of squares his pieces can go to. For example, okay, he plays there, take back. Okay, so he gives me the b file. Not exactly a fan of that. I feel like I can use the b file better than he can. I'm gonna go queen c1. With the idea of taking control of the b file next move with the rook b2 or something like that. Or queen b1. Things along that nature. So every move is, there are strengths to every move and there are weaknesses to every single move. So gotta beware. Okay, let's just take. Okay, let's go queen b1. His knight on f8 is actually really solid, so that's a very, very, very annoying piece, in my opinion. Okay, let me go queen b5, threatening queen e8. It's not exactly a huge deal, but it is something he should be slightly concerned about. Okay. Let's go. I don't know if I should go queen. Yeah, let's go queen e8. Check. Yeah, if he goes king g8, which he has to, I can take on e6, takes. Oh, shoot. Oh, let's go queen c6. Yeah. Kind of backed me out a little bit, but... Oh, okay. That's great. Thank you for making my life so much easier. Okay, now I can just play. Oh, shoot. Hopefully I'm being... Okay, bishop takes d5. Let's go. And now I can take his pawn chain. Yeah, okay. This should be an easier conversion. I'm just trying to simplify as much as I can. Okay, put everything on light squares. Okay, just trying to open up a lane for my king. Now I can invade with my king, perhaps to attack e6 pawn. Probably didn't have to do that, but it's fine. Okay. My opponent resigned here, so that was a bit of a messy game, messier than I wanted, but... Oh, okay. So I think I was the last game. So before I take a breath, the next game has already started. I am playing King Builder 001. Okay, so this is okay, just editing. Round 2 starting. Okay, he plays e4. I'm gonna quickly go e6, d4, d5, knight d2. Let's go Tarash. Go c takes d4. I'll take on d4 as well. Let's go into an isolated pawn position. No problem. I'll take it. If he wants to go into an isolated pawn position, let's go into an isolated pawn position. He should probably go knight c3 here. Goes bishop d2, I can take on d4. Okay. Remember, when you're playing a chess game, always stay hydrated. Okay, knight b7 should be fine. Let's go b6. Maybe develop the bishop to b7. Let's castle. Okay, rook c8. So far, we are just developing pieces. He's developing his, I'm developing mine. But in the long term, right now, short term, he has the slight initiative. But in the long term, I would have the initiative because of bishop. Not the bishop here. The isolated pawn. Yes, I can go bishop queen e7. Let's go queen e7. Bring our rook to d8. If he plays a3, well, I can play bishop d6, or I can just take on c3. Okay, this move is slightly odd looking. Knight h2. Pretty weird move. Yeah, let's just play rook d8. Oh, he wants to play bishop f3 probably. Yeah. Okay, he plays bishop f3. A couple of options. Including knight e5. Looks interesting. Bishop takes b7, queen takes b7. That should be an interesting option. If I play bishop takes f3, I could also do that. Yeah, let's go bishop takes f3. Knight e5, in my opinion, doesn't accomplish that much. It's just a little bit showy. After queen takes f3, I have the option of playing e5, which looks very interesting. Let's see. Okay, let's go e5, I think. It's fine. My idea here is to strike in the center. I think I would consider myself to be slightly better developed in this position. Not better developed, slightly ahead of development in this position. So doing that could be an interesting option. Okay, he plays rook e1. Yeah, let me eat that knight. First sight, digging this probably doesn't make any sense. And maybe it turns out not to make any sense, but my idea is I have this a3 square for the queen, which I can go to. Wrexham have it. But if this backfires, it can be pretty bad, so. Let's go queen a3. Yeah, here, I have a couple of ideas. Play maybe e takes d4 at some point. I'm right now, currently, I'm threatening rook takes c3. So it could work out for me, I think. His knight on h2 is just pretty bad. Yeah, I saw this move. I was not extremely afraid of it, to be honest. Yeah, let's just e on d4. Yeah, here I can trade queens if I want. I don't have to. If I play queen a5, oh yeah, I should probably trade queens. I don't want him to go knight g4. That could be annoying, really annoying. Let's trade queens. Yeah, damn it. I was hoping his knight would be really bad forever, but kind of just gave him some sort of hope. Okay, there. Probably go knight d5. I don't see anything wrong with that. He does have this isolated pass pawn as well, so it's not. It's more of a pass pawn in this situation, but it's also pretty weak. An isolated pawn is if I would have a pawn on e6 or c6, but since I don't have a pawn interfering, this would be considered a pass pawn, which is not the end of the world. Let's make that clear. So should we go f6? Looks a little weird. let's go rook e8. I kind of want to semi-challenge him to do something. You know, keeping options of trading one pair of rooks open. Okay, so he trades the pair of rooks, which, yeah, I kind of wanted him to make the decision rather than myself. Okay, let's go. F6, can I go F6? Yeah, let's go F6. Oh no, can he play knight h4? Damn it! That was a really bad positional mistake. Yeah, that was pretty elementary. F6 completely destroying my light squares. Okay, luckily for me, he doesn't play knight h4. Okay, but here, okay, that move I'm fine with. I don't see a big deal for me. Yeah, let's go king f7. He probably wants to go knight d3, but that doesn't concern me at all, because maybe I can play rook e4 in that position. Yeah, pretty much dodged the bullet once again. Shouldn't happen, but it did. Yeah, actually here, I wouldn't mind trading off the rooks. It would leave not so many pieces on the board, but yeah, let's improve our position with h5 first. Okay, let's go. Oh shoot, I think he wants to go knight b4. Yeah, at first I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but now that I look at it, it looks kind of annoying. Yeah. b5, let's go b5. If he goes knight b4, my idea is knight b6. Should be able to maintain the blockade. I don't want him to put his rook on c7. That'd be pretty devastating. Okay, yeah, he plays knight b4. As expected, I go knight b6. As expected, takes. Oh shoot! Damn it! I'm like. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How did I miss that? Seriously? Come on. Come on. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's try to wreak some havoc now. Now I'm kind of in trying to equalize mode because I am down a pawn. Thanks to my dumb decisions. Trying to get some counterplay. I mean, I do have chances to get some counterplay. Maybe try to equalize. He plays rook there. You know, if I take, it'd probably be a draw. You can also try to go rook b8. Get some counterplay there. This all just seems really, really confusing. What should I do? What should I do? No, he offered a draw here. I want to kind of play on a little bit, see what happens. It's important here. What should I do? Key moment. Let's just take. Yeah, I really don't want to over push it and somehow lose this game because that would just be extremely, extremely bad. Okay, so credit to my opponent. Wow, he is playing very, very, very well. Most likely, I win back the c5 pawn. Unless there's some extraordinary circumstance, I should be able to win back that pawn. Based on what I'm calculating, which is not so reliable today. Can't believe I missed rook c5. Wow. Okay. Okay, he doesn't have bishop e3 because I can play knight takes e3. That'd probably be pretty bad for him. a3, not a bad move. Let's just go a6 for now. Actually, that is so unnecessary. Let's go f5. Of course, f5. Yeah, put my pawns on the opposite square of his bishop. He has a dark square bishop. I'm going to put all my pawns on light squares so that his he won't be able to attack it. And here my idea was g6. So whatever he does, I'm going to be able to take back and keep my pawns on light squares. And the most important thing is that I have to keep his king out. Hopefully I'm not, like, overestimating my thought process. Okay, I gotta calculate a little bit. A6. Okay, first let's play a6. Now I have to play a6 because, like, suddenly I realized he could have played bishop e3, which would have put me in danger of losing the game. So I gotta be a little more cautious than I am. Let's go knight c7. My king is perfect on d5, so my knight would be great on e6 as well. King d5. Again, I am in a little bit of time trouble here. Not a great sign. Not a good sign at all. It's going to be interesting. I don't think he really wants to play a5 here. It might be a little bit committal. If he plays king c3, I thought maybe I have knight d4 here, actually. Yeah, I think I have knight d4. Wow, I think that's a really good move. I think it might cause him to go into a slight panic mode. Okay, I can go knight e2, king b4, knight takes f4, king a5, king c6, king takes a6, knight d5. Yeah, I think that definitely gives me the best chance to maybe try to win this position. Probably overstepping it, but should give me some chances. Okay, and now I'm just going to start pushing this pawn until it reaches the end, which hopefully it does. Oh, he might be able to stalemate himself with some, like, pretty damn good calculation, but we'll see what he does. Or he can just quickly lose as well in this position, because my knight is just so good right now. Yeah, he really needs some precise calculation in order to maybe even hold this position. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, yeah, I think that's probably a blunder. Yeah, okay, he kind of panicked. Let's go king c7. He's probably gonna go a6. I'm gonna go f4. a6, knight c8. Haha. I love this. Damn it! You didn't let me checkmate. After a7, I have knight b6, which is pretty nice checkmate. Okay, so, again, getting out a scrappy game. Okay, so, not sure I should be happy or disappointed, but right now I'm pretty relieved that I won this game. Definitely did not deserve to win this game, but I'm glad I pulled it off. So, yeah, so the key moment in this game was here where I blundered rook c5. And luckily I found king e6. I didn't even see king e6 until the last second. And by far it's probably the best move. Rook takes b5, rook c8. Now he was afraid that I would get some counterplay, probably non-existent counterplay. So he played rook c5, but allowed me to do this. And here he should have, in my opinion, instead of h4, played bishop e3. And if I take on e3, king takes e3, I think he gets this pawn, and I get that pawn. And he's closer to this pawn. So even if we promote at the same time, there is no way I can win this position. So yeah. Wow, okay. But he allowed me to play a6. And now after bishop e3, I can just play king b5. I don't have to take on e3. And that could be a very key tempo for me. But he went for this. I got my pieces on dream squares, actually. And here, knight d4 probably wins. So this king c6, knight d5 idea was great. And now, the only way I calculated him to draw, he probably has more ways than this. But I thought bishop f8 or bishop a3 was the only way. And the idea is after f4, bishop g7, he maybe can come back to d4. But again, I probably have king c5. So it doesn't matter anyways. So, but if I play king c5, he has bishop e5. And after f3, bishop g3. And so, this could be a draw, I think. It's hard to say. It's really complicated, actually. Let's say I don't play king c5. I play e3, bishop d4, something like knight b4 check, king a7, knight d3. And here, he probably can stalemate himself. Or not. f2, he has to take on f2. So again, all of this is just hypothetical. If he went for that route. I have king c7, king a8. Yeah, and I might not be on time to do anything here. a7. Yeah, is a draw. Wait. Oh shoot, look at this, guys. Here I have knight g5. Do I? Takes h4, g6, h3, g7, h2, g8 queen. And now that's checkmate right there. So wow. I might have had this win, but that'd be really extremely hard to see during actual games. So the idea is that his only move is to take on g5, because otherwise he's in stalemate. So wow, okay, so this could be still winning in this position because of this line. f3, this is forced, a5, f2 he has to take. If he goes king b8, I have king b5, so he has to play a6. This is all forced. And here I have this amazing move, knight g5. So that is just incredible, incredible. Wow. Look at this. Yeah, so very good game on both sides, I would say. Let's check out some other games. So let's see. Okay, standings. I'm still in first place, but there's like 6 people tied with me for first place. Okay, there's only one more game left. Let's see what's going on here. This is between Turtle King and BurTI689. Here, okay, white is obviously better or winning, but it's kind of hard to convert this. Because black's queen is just super annoying. If they can get a queen trade, then this is easily winning for white. But yeah, actually this should be a queen trade soon, very soon. You could also, yeah, king h3 is fine. Maybe you could also go queen f2. Queen d4, okay, queen f8 maybe. Okay, king h2. Don't know what that is, but okay, king h3. Probably goes back to d4 just so you can get one repetition. Queen f7. Oh shoot! Oh my god! Holy moly! Oh my god! He just blundered checkmate. Gotta be careful. Okay, next game. I am playing Cool Ball. So good luck to you, Cool Ball, and may the best player win. I'm gonna go for the same line. Okay, he plays a more standard variation with e6. Goes bishop e7, which is not as standard, but knight f3, let's go. This is 6. I had the same position once. I'm gonna go knight e5. Okay, he takes on d4, which is a little bit surprising, but probably not a bad move at all. Probably just going to take on e5 now. Play knight d7. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Can also try to play queen b6. There I can play rook b1. Okay, but it's bishop d6. Okay. Yeah. Here I don't have to rush immediately. I can just castle. Probably just gonna play queen, maybe queen.